What can I say about the injury situation? So we had we missed a few players in training this week, but it's so who will be not involved? Hendo, I said already last week, it's no chance. Daniel Sturridge, no chance. Roberto Firmino didn't train with the team so far. Should be probably involved today or tomorrow, so could be an option. And the icing of the cake is that Devo Gorigi had 2 days, only yesterday. Was off yesterday because he had felt a little bit, probably not serious, but in our situation we have to be then really sensitive, and that's what we did. We will see if he can be involved today or tomorrow. It's not 100%. So few open questions. Did we miss anybody? Did I miss?
Henderson, Watford.
Henderson, I said. I thought. Dejan, he played on Monday night. Yes, he's fit.
So, big opportunity as far as this game is concerned to maybe rise up the table, perhaps beyond Manchester City. Given there are rivals for you in terms of Champions League spots as well, and what you want to achieve this season, just how important is this particular game for what might happen for the rest of the season now, do you think?
Yeah, these games are always important. I can't remember a not important game in the Premier League, to be honest. But I think we all know about the quality of Manchester City. I know probably a few people think they're out of Champions League now against Monaco, but I think the way they played was quite impressive. Yes, Monaco is an unbelievable skilled side, full of youth, of talent and all that stuff, and were 2 wonderful games to watch actually. But City could win the game easily, or the leg easily in the second half of the last game, but because they're human beings, they missed a few chances too much, and so they were out, and that's it. But for the quality was really high, and a good moment in the league. So what I want to say with this, don't think we go there and are the favourites. So and that's a role, what's not too bad. Yes, we know that we can be difficult to play in games like this. That's true. But we have to be at our best to get anything there, something there, because it's they are strong, they are good, and if you get a little bit passive, they play you around. That's around through the stadium, wherever you want. So that's it. So I'm really looking forward to it, because this is a real challenge on the tactical side of the game, and 2 good sides face each other. Yes, and it's an important moment in the season, but I don't think we should involve this kind of pressure in the game, that something happens after this game. If we win, I don't know, are we then 1 point ahead, but they have 1 game less or 2? Not sure.
They've got a game in hand.
Yeah. So if we don't win, it's maybe then 5 or 4 or 5 points. I'm not sure. So that's all. Yes, it's better. It would be better we win. But if you go to Manchester City and you have to win, that's really difficult. But I think we could go there, and that we know that it's possible that we win there. It's also possible that it's a draw. So I thought it makes sense to see it as a real opportunity, and not pushing some special pressure in it.
Moving on from that then, the way that you've played against the sides in the top 6 so far this season, you've had 5 wins and 4 draws so far from those 9 games, unbeaten. Is it very much a case of the best sides bring the best out of your players?
We had a few other games which I thought we had a few other games which were much better than these games. But in this kind of defending and not let them do what they like to do, what they used to do, yes, we have some ideas if you want. But it was always really hard work. It was not kind of genius or whatever, and outplayed them. And you have to win all the decisive challenges, all of them, because you lose one of them, it hurts really. And also, so yes, we felt so far good in these games, but for me, it's the most difficult team to play. City. I know the image in this moment in this country is a little bit different. I heard about that Pep Guardiola style and all that stuff, but that's real football. It's real football, and it's difficult to defend them. A lot of teams felt it already, but yes, when you can win the ball, there are a few spaces maybe which you can use, and we know what we have to do there. If we can do it, I don't know in this second, but we will try everything to do the right things, and then could be a fantastic game to watch. That's good news.
Simon? I listened to a manager yesterday saying about he's got a player about to come into the final year of his contract, and he said it would be business then to sell that player. I know everything's different.
Which manager?
It was Everton's manager talking about one of his players. But just in terms of Emre Can potentially faces the same situation coming into his. So how comfortable are you with that situation?
We are in. Actually, it makes no sense to talk about it, but because there obviously, I heard about that there was a story out there over the week. Yeah, we are in talks. What can I say? They are good because Emre likes to be here. We really like him as a person and as a player. So there are talks. Nothing else to say about. And until there is the final year starts, a few months still, and yeah, but no problems. Absolutely no problems in this moment. Completely good talks. How with a lot of other players, and yeah, if there's something to say about, we'll be the first again. Yeah.
Philippe Coutinho has a great goal scoring record against Manchester City. By his own admittance, though, maybe he's not quite back at his best since having that ankle problem. So how close is he to getting there? How do you get the sort of thing that apparently he's going to train and pitch out onto the pitch from him now?
Look, that's life of an outstanding good football player like Phil. So he has the influence of him on the game is really big. That means if he is not at 100%, so you miss something. That's how it is. But 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure exactly, we played Arsenal and he did really well. So yeah, Burnley again was not best game. So but he missed in a moment. That's pretty normal after a long injury. It's kind of consistency. So but the training week so far is perfect. He was perfect. He was he presented himself really. It was fluent. It was confident. It looked really well. So there are always steps in this direction. Yes, and sometimes it works then out. It's about in this moment consistency. But he's on a really good way.
Julian?
You said City the most difficult team to play against, but with the defeat this week and the manner in which that game played out, is this the right time to play them?
Hopefully. No idea.
Because how much would it
Could I change the time? No.
But
So we
how
have
much
to.
would it have taken out of them?
No idea. I don't know. Would I have been disappointed after going out of Champions League like this? Yes. When you could see Pep was disappointed too. So and that's but what he said is right. So they have to learn of it. So that's the only thing you can do after a game like this. It was, how I said, two really spectacular games. And Monaco in this moment is not only flying in the league. Obviously they're flying in now in the Champions League too. And that's it's full of confidence and all that stuff. And I thought. The changes City made in the game was really good. So in half time, for example, Monaco, where they always have an answer and always can change little things, bigger things. They changed already a few things since Sané and Sterling play now consistently on the wing and all that stuff. So it's really good to watch, I have to say. And yeah, and then it's a real challenge to play against them. What it meant to them, or which mood they are now. I have no idea, so I don't know them good enough, but we cannot change, so we have to take it like it is, and we will be there. I'm more interested about in which mood we go there, and what can we do there, and so we should concentrate on the football side. I don't know. I don't think they will be still disappointed. I think more they want to strike back, whatever, or bounce back, however you would say, and yeah, but that makes no difference for us too.
Because Monaco went for them straight away. You scored early against them last time, so So is that the approach you go? You know how to sort of rattle them?
No, we defend very deep this time and wait what they will do, and then we have a lot of space to for counter-attacks. Could be difficult. If you are passive against City, no chance. So you need to be active. To be active, you need to be brave. Monaco couldn't do it 2 halves. So they did it the first half, yes, looked good, and then second half, chance after chance after chance. I think we should not hope that Aguero miss these chances again when he in these positions, and that's so we have to. Even Monaco could defend better than they did in the second half, but they did really well. And first half was, how is that? Not a surprise, but really brave of Monaco. Obviously, a very good manager there and a very skilled team, and they used the momentum, and it was nice to see.
James?
After you said about the good record you've got against the top 6, and after the Manchester City game, the 9 remaining games are against sides below you, does that make any difference in terms of your ambition to get to the top?
I think we should get the last points we can get over against City, and then we white flag and say, give us a little break. So, by the way, after the City game, okay, there's international break, but then is Everton. So I don't think anybody should think about which position they have already. They are closer. So no, I don't think about things like this. Yes, there are a lot of games to play, a lot of points to win, but I think about them when they are there and not in this moment. So let's play the game on Sunday. Let's come through the international break, which means let's come them all back healthy, fit, with good experiences. So okay, it's difficult that they all win because Germany faces England, and so, but yeah, only with a good feeling, and then that's how the rest of the season. And that's the plan.
And just on Jordan Henderson, is he expected to be back at the end of the international break for that Everton game?
In this moment, yes.
Carl?
Report there's a couple more injuries added to the list. Are we getting to that sort of stage of the season where either maybe getting a little bit fatigued
And until now, we didn't have any. Yeah, of course, it's an intense season, and things like this can happen. But all the injuries we had were different. Obviously, different players. A few had a few more during the season. And it's a little bit when you start at one point, then it happens a few times again. Dejan Lovren had this 4 weeks. This knee issues was not a real. Nothing was fatigue. It's kind of. The body is a very complex thing, and sometimes it's a little thing what changed was a big influence. Obviously, that was with him, and we took a little time to find it. A lot of specialists were looking for it, and so then he was fit again, and then he got a knee in his back when we train set pieces. That happens too, but it's very painful. So these things happen. So it's different. There are different reasons for it. As for all of us, it's a long year. It's a long season. And especially for the players who play for their national teams, no breaks. It's always go, 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 and of course, that makes it more likely that you pick a few injuries. That's how it is.
Dejan came through 75 minutes on Monday for the under-23s. Were you also impressed what you saw generally in that game from some of those players who maybe not been in the squad recently?
We tried to switch the game on Monday that we could play all these players, which at the end, yeah, there were a lot of players which are actually in my squad. Meanwhile, all the time they played there, and but most of them were still or are still U23 players from the age. So I was there, watched the game. It was really nice to watch the progress they made. Dejan played a really serious adult game, so it was not kind of embarrassed that he has to play there now or something. Joe did really well, becoming more and more better and better, got the rhythm. Yeah, all the boys did really well, and that makes absolutely sense that we try to do things like this. We have no time to make friendly games during the week, and not enough players then if you want. So, but giving the player this opportunity, against a very young Chelsea side, obviously, but still a good Chelsea side, was made really sense.
Tony?
Yeah, it was around this time last year that Pep was announced that he'd be taking over the City, and you said then that he'd find it more difficult there in England than he has in Spain and Germany, and obviously that's been proven right. Why do you think that is the case though? What obviously Bayern Munich and Barcelona is the big difference, but is there something in English football, is it?
And first on him, yeah. What can I say? What can I say about what Pep Guardiola is thinking? I would say the consolation with this squad and Pep Guardiola at Barcelona was the perfect role model for a win-win situation. So having all these ideas and these players who can obviously fulfill all the plans you have, also that's fantastic. And so it was an outstanding combination, I would say. People would know more about Bayern Munich would say that it's another really good generation what they had there, good players in the best age and all that stuff, and then this world-class manager there. So there was not a second team in Germany, so we tried to be it as hard as possible, but how you know, because for different reasons was not possible, and that's a big difference. And here, coming here, that's the most difficult league in the world, because a lot of teams have a lot of money, I would say, and a lot of teams have a lot of good players, and that's the one thing. So it's really difficult to become champion in England, 100%. And then I would say the other thing is, what's more than in other countries, result is about everything. So nobody cares how you get the result. Nobody. It's in other countries it's different. With a few styles of play, you would play the stadium empty. In a few other countries, I would say, but that's here different. So do it, and afterwards, if you defend with 10 players in the box and blocks 20 shoots, then I hear perfect defending. Yeah, so that's different too. So it's allowed. That's all good. We have to. He has to adapt to it. We need to adapt to it, and sometimes we need to do it. So, in different games, it's completely everything is legal, but the culture is obviously different. And but I'm not in doubt about his quality. Actually, maybe a few other people are. I'm not. So that's. I think I respect him really a lot, and I played him a lot, and I can say. It's quite difficult to play his teams, so yeah, it's interesting.
Radio City.
Hi Jurgen, could I ask you your thoughts on Ben Woodburn's call to Wales? You in the past have obviously pleaded for some patience with his development and won his national qual at just 17. Keen to get your thoughts on that.
First of all, I'm really, obviously Ben is happy about it, so I'm happy about it. So that's the first thing. Do I think it's, should it be now? I would say probably not, but is the problem? No. So it's okay, not because, it's only because of the stories now around, and obviously we cannot stop this, but Ben is a wonderful kid, and he can deal with it 100%. He understands this all, and he knows really what he has to learn, still to learn, and all that stuff. And I can understand then, yeah, that we thought, come on, bring him. I heard the manager said he's one of the best 23 players in Wales, so he needs to be there. So that's his decision, all good. But now we are two managers who have to make sure that he develops in the right way. Because usually it was more my responsibility, and now we can share it a little bit, so that's good.